Welcome back to the channel. This is YellowFang42 returning with another gameplay analysis video. This time it's of my first completion of KH1 after many tries to complete it. We're going to be just going and watching through the gameplay itself, and then the next half of the video will be with my analysis. Enjoy!
Come on! Come on!
I'm the Guardian!
Come on! Heal! Come on!
I'm the Guardian! I'm the Guardian!
This is it! This is it! This should help.
I'm the Guardian!
Come on!
Open your heart. Come, open your heart.
Heal!
Open your heart.
Come on! Come on! Heal!
Take this! My strength returns. What do you hope to accomplish? Do not deny it. The final darkness is done. Submit! Come, Guardian!
Come on!
Submit! Come, open your heart.
Heal! Heal!
Come, open your heart.
This should help.
Come, open your heart.
This should help.
Come, open your heart.
Take that!
Submit!
Heal!
Open your heart. Come, open your heart.
Heal! Heal!
Come, open your heart. Come, open your heart.
This should help. Heal!
Come, open your
Heal!
heart.
Heal! This should help.
My strength returns. What do you hope to accomplish? Do not deny your fear. The final darkness is done. Submit! Take this!
Heal!
Take this! My strength returns. What do you hope to accomplish? Do not deny your fears. The final darkness is done. Submit!
Heal!
Come, open your heart. Come, open your heart.
Heal!
Come, open your heart.
This should help.
Submit! 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 Come, open your heart. Come, open your heart. Come, open your heart. Come, open your heart.
Let's go! This is it! What?
Behold the endless abyss. Within it lies the heart of all worlds. Kingdom Hearts. Look as hard as you are able. You'll not find even the smallest glimmer of light. From those dark...
Heal! Heal! Defense!
Turn to darkness!
Heal!
Come forward. Turn to darkness.
This should help. This should help. Heal. Defense. Heal.
All shall be extinct.
This should help. Heal. Heal.
Turn to darkness.
Heal. Heal. This should help.
Turn to darkness.
Heal. Heal.
All shall be extinct.
Heal. Heal. Heal.
Turn to darkness.
This should help. Heal.
Turn
Heal.
to darkness.
Come on! Heal! 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 This should help.
Welcome to darkness.
This should help. This should help. Heal! Heal! Heal!
Turn to darkness.
Heal! This should help. Heal! Heal!
Turn to darkness.
Heal! Heal!
Come
Heal!
still confused.
Heal!
Then perhaps this light all shall be extinct.
Come on! Come on! Come on! Come on! This should help. Come on! Heal! Come on! Come on! This should help. Ha! Come on! Heal! Come on! Heal! Come on! Heal! Come on! Come on! Defense! Heal! Heal! Come on! Come on! Heal! Come on! Here! Come on! Give me strength!
Turn to darkness!
Heal! 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 Wind!
Welcome the darkness into
Heal!
all shall be extinct.
Heal! Heal! Here! Heal!
Turn to darkness.
Heal! Come on! Heal!
Is this cancer? It can.
Now, as you might have noticed throughout each of the stages, there is a lot of hesitancy, and this is because prior to this specific day and this specific recording, I had made multiple attempts in these fights, and I almost always lost at either the second Ansem or the boat Ansem, but we're going to focus on this one, which I used to get through pretty easily. So I start off with doing a bunch of dodge rolls, considering that is my favorite. Donald is throwing down gravities and thunders. He's going nuts with it, and I am just going ham because my attack style is tank, where I try to take a lot of hits, but I also try to deal a lot of damage. I don't exactly have the best of timing with my heals, but I work with it, especially since with this particular fight and the fights onwards, I have the combination of Leaf Bracer and MP Rage. Now with Leaf Bracer, I have the ability to heal through hits, which is really useful, and it doesn't interrupt my casting, and the MP Rage, every time I take damage, that little yellow bar in the corner slowly goes up, and that adds to my MP bar, which means I have the ability to do things like aggressively cast the strike command, which gives me iframes, and I can deal a lot of damage while also not taking any damage. And I just managed to avoid some of the submit attacks. You're gonna see, I think, yep, I missed that one. He still goes after me, even though he hit Donald. But I don't have the problem of dealing with the Guardian, and I can't always get away with having my party members take the damage for me, but this is one of the instances where I can. Thank you, Donald, for your sacrifice. And I do a bunch of aerial attacks because those tend to do the best amount of damage, and that ends the fight. Now, the hesitancy does continue here because I'm like, okay, first stage, my health is good, my arms and other muscles haven't seized yet, time to use a cottage to refill my strength and also Donald and Goofy's strength for the later fights. I never quite get to the point where I get my party members back. Usually, this upcoming couple of fights is usually where I lose, and then sometimes with the first stage of the final Ansem. And here I'm just kind of sitting here, taking in the moment, trying to breathe, and being like, okay. Because at this time, there are actually a lot of people around me watching me trying to complete this, this part of the boss rush. And that's me checking there to make sure that I have Arrow and Cure on. I don't know why I kept Stopra on here, because as you may notice, I did not use Stopra once. And I do a little hop, a little skip, and we are going into the fight. And here's Darkside. Darkside was basically a rest in a way for me. Of course, I still take some damage because what is dodging and what is timing. I only know the meaning of the word hit and dodge roll, which can be a detriment, and I think I might revisit this fight, I might not. Depends on how I feel. And I'm making sure to try to deal as much damage. I'm running around making sure that I'm not getting hit by the falling orbs and trying to get to throw some damage in, like right there, making sure I throw some more damage in as soon as possible. Pop a heal just to make sure that I'm not going to die really quick, because I do have to pay attention to my health with those shadows around. I'm not jumping to the face, or at least I'm attempting to, but I'm ending up going for the hand instead, which is fine. I can do that. And I go for it again. I end up whiffing that combo and running around trying to figure out what to do, dodging to make sure I don't get hit by any of the shadows, because I don't want them to deal a ton of damage, because as soon as this fight's over, which is right about here, it basically throws you right into the next phase with no breather. Now, while the game didn't necessarily give me a break, I gave myself a break. I did cut out a ton of the pauses in which I just paused the scene to get a breather, because, as I said before, I'm trying to make sure that I don't seize up, because that has been a consistent problem for me. Now I'm getting in some damage. I already took out a take this moment, and unfortunately I got hit by the submit, which means what I do is I throw in that Sonic Strike, not Sonic Strike, I cannot remember the name of the attack. Strike Raid, yes, Strike Raid. I throw in a Strike Raid to get some iframes to get him off my back, and I throw on an arrow to try to reduce the amount of damage that I'm getting. I throw heals in because I'm like, I am not sure how to avoid this without him just landing on top of me, because he positions himself perfectly to do that. I don't avoid that attack, but I end up following up with some aerial attacks. The arrow is doing its job beautifully and knocking him around quite a bit. He's getting ready to charge me. Either the arrow or my block actually manages to block it, and he starts going into his DM, and this is one of my two options. One of the previous attempts I did used to do Strike Raid to get some damage off on him, and also to get those iframes in order to avoid the attack entirely, but I decided to stick with dodge roll because I felt like getting greedy is what usually killed me in sometimes this fight, and also it's what often killed me in the later fights. And I'm getting as close to him as possible. He keeps backing away when he throws that submit, because it does work within a certain range. Either he gets close to you, or he's too close to you and the attack completely whiffs. Now I'm taking a lot of damage, so I decide to throw down another Strike Raid in order to get him off my back and get him to go away and be like, no, you can't do that. And I dodge roll at him to try to clear the difference. He again throws down another submit. I throw down a heal. Thank goodness for the MP Rage, because otherwise I would have had to throw down an Ether, which I really should use. But I'm also focusing on trying to stay alive, and at the time my hand kind of stammers a little bit, so those shortcuts are my lifeline. I can't just flip down to the items and then pick the item real quick. I've had a lot better hand coordination since then, but as of that time, not so much. So with the DM being thrown again, I go in a circle around, because that is the best option for me, to just dodge roll around him. And it ends up working out really well. And I try to get as much close as possible that makes the attack whiff. And he goes for that. I get knocked by him a couple of times with this. And I can't remember, he throws down another one of those beams. He tries to take it again. Yes, he tries it again. I managed to block him or parry him, which is great for me. And I don't know if I noticed, I try to not focus on the HP bar in these particular fights, because if I do, that tends to make me decide to get greedy and try to finish the fight, which usually ends up being my downfall. So I'm rolling around trying to make sure that I get it. I end up getting hit by the submit again. And I throw down the heal because I already know I'm going to take damage. He's trying to get me. I try to use the freeze to get him off my back and stop him from hurting me, but I mean, there's still that big old orb with Ansem in it. Like, see that he repositioned himself just to get at me, which is really annoying and rude. I'm just like, okay, you're giving me a break? Excellent, I can heal. He tries to throw another submit, and I'm just like, excuse you, no. And he whiffs it twice? Nope. Yep, he whiffs it twice, gets me his third time. But I'm like, alright, no way, sir. This ain't happening. I throw down an arrow to reduce the amount of damage. I know that I have to be careful because if I'm not careful, I will lose everything. And I end up throwing down an elixir, which ends up being my lifesaver. And I throw down that strike grade to finish the fight. So after that grueling 5-minute fight, I had actually paused that for over 3 minutes. I stopped, took a break, stretched, and this was the big one for me. I was like, okay, he's already swinging, I'm gonna get swinging. Now this is where my tank self shines, but also is very concerning. I do back away to heal at times, and I throw down an arrow because I'm like, okay, gotta do some damage reduction. He gets me with both the beams and him swinging around. I throw down heals. I'm like right next to him. It's not the best strategy, but my other strategy that I used to do when dealing with those beams was I would fly around to try to avoid them, and it would end up taking too long, and I would get impatient and greedy, and I would end up dying or running out of MP and running out of items. So what I end up doing is, because of the MP rage, I do have a little bit of leeway, and I get to go in and throw down some of those attacks. I pull away once I'm at a very low health zone, and I throw down another arrow to try to keep up. I'm avoiding the beams. I'm trying to avoid those Heartless that tend to do quite a bit of damage. They are actually responsible for a couple of my losses. I've actually lost count of the number of times that I have attempted this specific section and failed. It's the one that involved the seizing in the first place. It wasn't like it wasn't like a seize, but basically all of my muscles cramped out and I just had to wait for 10 minutes, so I was not going to do that again. This was me trying to finish this fight once and for all. Lucky for me, I did have somebody with eyes on it, but I don't really have as best of a coach as I wish I did. I wish I could have had me as a coach on the outside, but I can't exactly coach myself in the middle of a fight. It doesn't work like that. But I throw down quite a bit of damage and throw down those heals even as I'm getting damaged. But I still have enough MP to be able to heal myself and still stay in that range. He is knocking me around like crazy, and so I withdraw for a bit, try to get my bearings. I'm like, okay, breather time. And I heal, and I go straight back into it like nothing happened. I heal again, because I'm like, okay, gotta keep up, gotta keep up. I actually managed to parry a couple of attacks, which is great, That means less damage for me. But it's a lot of the same. I've kind of turned into a boss fight, and I take advantage of that opportunity of him pausing like that. Even though the lasers are all around me like that, I'm still going for it. I'm throwing down heals, and I'm like, I don't know what is going through my head with throwing down these heals. Perhaps I'm getting impatient already. This is a super risky move. It is not recommended, even with Leaf Bracer and MP Rage. It is not the wisest idea. And I end up getting knocked down to 1 HP. I dodge, I heal, I dodge, I heal. I'm trying to make sure that I still have at least 1 MP left. There are a couple of instances where I don't, and it's super risky. Like there, for a split second, I didn't have enough MP, and I'm getting smacked around. I'm healing, I'm making sure that I have just enough HP to not get the siren. I throw down another heal, and there, that moment is a moment of celebration. I'm kind of sitting there for a second. I sat there for a second because I was like, oh my gosh, I actually beat this section. Holy shit. That's not an exaggeration. I was screaming. We were all screaming. But this brings us to the next section of the fight. This small little section here with the in-between of smacking around all these Shadow Heartless might look familiar because that intro combo was very much Whiff City, but I am going ham, I'm getting those HP balls, I am having a ball with smacking these shadows around. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm still riding the high, by the way. I did have that moment of pause where I took a moment to breathe and just be like celebrating that I actually succeeded, and I decided, okay, there is no way I'm going back now. Today is the day. Like, this was the moment where I decided today is the day. We are finishing this. I get to finally do this. A lot of these fight sections do feel like filler, but at the same time they are a good moment of respite, and also, if I remember correctly, if you die in any of these sections you just get taken to the previous section and it's no harm no foul. So I'm not keen on doing that, but I'm not scared of having to start all over again anymore, which is great. I am at past the stage. I'm getting smacked around by these things. I do not like these things. They are the most horrible thing ever. Mostly because they're ugly. I do miss the aesthetic of KH1 though, because it just had this very fantastical, very Final Fantasy vibe to it that some of the other games don't quite have the same way as they do in the first game. And that finished up, so I am going in and rescuing, if I remember correctly, I'm going in to rescue Goofy. I get knocked back, I get smacked by lasers, I pop a heal, and I'm like, alright Goofy, I am coming for you. And this fight is yet another good checkpoint. I actually do end up throwing down that Stopra. That ends up becoming a huge asset, especially with dealing with the dark balls, because they like to charge, they like to chomp, they like to do the thing where they swing around like maniacs, and they drop a lot of MP, which is great for me because then that way I don't have to get hit to get MP back. I can just get those things. And Goofy is doing a number on them. I'm very proud of him. He's always got my back. My party members had my back throughout these fights, which is why that first Ansem fight was super tough for me. Which you'll find I forget to take care of them sometimes as much as they have taken care of me. Goofy actually threw down a potion, I think, because I think there was an extra potion, and so he ended up getting it. Throw down a potion for both of us. And I'm rolling around looking for the next thing to kill and get, and I'm like, oh, it's already time for finishing off this section of the fight, and we do it together. And it's time for the next boss fight. So now we gotta kill the bow of the ship, and this thing is hilariously annoying, and this is an example of how I kind of forget to take care of my poor party members, because Goofy does not have the energy he needs. I'm throwing down heals, and he's throwing down tornadoes and actually doing some damage, but he almost immediately dies. I'm throwing down heals, getting smacked, smacking the dragon head or whatever it is. And I do the same strategy that I did with the first Ansem section, where I pull away and I heal, take a moment to heal, I go back in, do some damage, get hit by some stuff, but I'm fine. I'm not too scared about what's going on. And I end up healing myself. Or maybe I healed Goofy. It looks like I healed Goofy. I did. Which is great, because then Goofy can actually do some damage, and he does. And then I believe he ends up, yep, he gets hit again. I try to get away and take a breather. The little laser things are shooting at me, so I'm like, okay, time to get another punch in, get some heals in, get smacked by that thing roaring. I don't care. I'm finishing this fight once and for all. I withdraw, heal, attack, withdraw, heal, attack. It's a very good loop in my opinion, because I can just get away from the fight. I throw down another arrow, which is, I believe it's helping me out and helping me survive these fights, and Goofy ends up helping me finish off this section. So Goofy and I end up diving straight in to go and rescue Donald from a pack of invisibles, which is another reason why I use Stopra here. I end up throwing some heals. I've forgotten to use Stopra for a few seconds, just in the process, in the heat of the moment of me being like, I'm gonna finish this, I'm gonna finish this. And I'm getting smacked around just a little bit by the homing in attack. I end up throwing a stop and a heal. That stop ends up pausing him in the middle of the attack, so I'm just parrying it, and I managed to get on the side where the attack will actually do some damage. I throw down another Stopra. I always do about 2 or 3 attacks to make sure that I've finished off the invisibles, because I don't want them to do any more damage than they've already done. Technically, it's not too much of a problem, because they drop the huge HP balls, which help me heal up super fast. And I sit there for a second and I throw down the Mega Elixir, because I already know that we are going into the final phase and this is it for me. And I'm not going to remember the items. So this is it for us. We're going in. So now that the bow of the ship is gone, the shield's down, and we can take an attack at the core of the world of chaos. There's a bunch of lasers shooting at us, but we don't care. I get to finally do some ground combos. Donald and Goofy are going nuts and backing me up. I believe I set them up to be that way, so then that way we can clear things a lot faster. And I just started going for the middle one just for a second, but I realized, oh, we need to take care of these lasers, so then that way we can just hone in on this stinking bubbly core thing with a pumpkin face. And I do my air combos because that's the easiest. I'm not even highlighting it. Goofy is throwing his shield at it. I love him for it. And that's the end of the core. We are on to the next phase of the fight, the finale. And with that skip, I am ready to go. I immediately go for the ground because I want to do a summon. I initially think about doing the Mushu summon because of the cheese strap, but then I remember I can't exactly do that because I don't have the 0 damage shenanigans. So I decide to throw down Tinkerbell because I'm like, okay, Tink is going to help back me up with this particular fight, because I do know the contents of this fight at the time, and I do that little pause there to make sure that the summon actually loads and I don't lag out, which is perfect timing. Donald and Goofy get pulled up into that gravity thing. They get knocked out pretty quick, which really sucks. They always get pulled into this, and it kind of frustrates me that they do. I probably could have stood to spam triangle. If I ever attempt this fight again, I'm going to try to make sure to spam triangle. I get rid of those orbs to try to reduce the amount of times that that thing attacks, because it prevents an attack from me doing that. And I just go back into the first phase cycle where I throw down a heal, I throw down an arrow, and then I go in and smack the living daylights out of Ansem. Goofy is revived, so he is going to come in clutch and just dive right into the fight. He's getting smacked around, but he's throwing down his Goofy tornado. We love him for it. Donald is right back into the fray. He's going ham. Goofy and Donald are working together. They are such a great team. That thing, I see the orb, the gravity orb coming in. I already know it's going down. So I'm trying to get as far away from it as possible because I know I'm going to have to fight against it. I'm doing pretty good. I believe, oh, I am doing the triangle spam to try to get them away from it. It's not necessarily working, but it does actually get Donald or Goofy. It gets Goofy away from the fight. And I see those orbs go down again. I'm like, absolutely not. Donald and Goofy and I, we are going nuts with this. We are a team, we are working together, and we are not letting him finish us off. I throw down those heals, I throw down that hit, it's over, I am so happy. I get so excited that I end up cutting off the clip really quick here. And that concludes the analysis. Thank you so much for watching, and enjoy your day. Or, as they say in Spanish, disfruta tu día. I'm practicing Spanish. Okay, bye!